3 big potential newcomers coming to us for DLC. Let's check it out.
Block content.
What's happening, my block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content. My name is Callum. Hey, let's get into this. Okay, guys, this is really special. We just hit 20k. So happy that you guys joined me today, and we're going to talk about 3 characters that might be hitting Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as DLC. As you guys know, there's already been some stuff announced. We know that we're getting Piranha Plant pretty soon, and we actually are getting Joker from Persona 5 as the very first one in the packs. Now, it seems like people are getting through to some more information. And actually, there has been some leaks in the past, some information in the past that has already kind of hinted at stuff like this. And we're going to look at stuff like spirits, data mining, and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to dive into it really quickly now. So if you don't want to be potentially spoiled by things like these, right now is your chance to click on another one of our videos. You can watch the Snake Codex and you can watch all our cool animations. But right now, we're going to dive right into this. Okay, so on the message board 4chan, there is a post that kind of compiles all of this information in one, saying it's time for new DLC. And it shows 3 characters, and it says, Dataminers checked all spirits and found hunters from the Metroid Prime hunters, but not Psylocke. Alright, so Dataminers have actually been looking through the files of the game, right, of Smash Bros. Ultimate, and have actually found spirits for the hunters. So everything has been found at this point. You know, people have unlocked almost everything in the game, so we now know that Psylocke definitely isn't one of those, which is extremely strange if you think about the fact that this is one of the, I don't want to say prime hunters, but this is, one of the main hunters from the game. This is the one that even has a story beyond this. So it's extremely weird that this one is sitting out and it doesn't have a costume, it doesn't have anything else. And it feels like, well, is this just the biggest hint as to this character is going to become a newcomer? Because, I don't know. He's going on saying he is the most important one, like I just said, for he appears in the ending of both Metroid Prime 3 and of course the 3DS Federation Force, making him the only other recurring hunter in the series along Samus, with 3 appearances. This is pretty grand, and I actually believe that this is a really big part of Psylocke actually becoming a reality. So it also goes on to say, main producer of Metroid Prime 4 previously said that Psylocke would get one of the main roles in this game. Read, main antagonist of that game, and would serve as advertisement for the game, especially with Nintendo choosing the DLC. So this is already becoming really apparent. There has been hints by the creators that, there might be a story with Psylocke that I've wanted to tell for a very long time, and I might get the opportunity soon. And of course, we know that post-credit scene of Federation Force, that only makes sense, if they want to, do something big with that character. I couldn't imagine Nintendo saying, let's just hold back on a Psylocke spirit or anything. Let's just not do that because we're going to do some stuff with. I think the only reason would be to include it in Smash, right? And then it goes on to saying, Reggie states that all of the DLC characters are new to the series. This means that he doesn't refer to third parties only due to misinformation surrounding it. Yeah, this actually means, a lot of people have been misquoting Reggie from the Game Awards. He didn't actually say all the DLC characters will be from new franchises. They are just, new to the series. They are new to Smash Brothers. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they have, be from other franchises that have not yet been represented. So it's not characters necessarily that would be like, maybe a balloon fighter or maybe something like Mach Rider. No, these are characters that are new to the series. So characters, right? Not things like Waluigi, who is already an assist trophy, not, stuff that already appears from Pokeballs or anything, but something that is wholly new to the series. And Psylocke definitely fits that bill. He goes on to say Psylocke is in. And to me, this is really interesting because Psylocke is sort of a villain. He appeared in that game, Metroid Prime Hunters, and other than that, there's not a really big story arc to this character. It did appear in Federation Force and in one of the special endings of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. And it's being set up sort of the main antagonist of Metroid Prime 4, which would be great because it would be, these two cunning bounty hunters, which would be really fun to see, more character to this person, and I don't personally know if this is someone in a suit, like Samus is, or if this is some sort of, creative humanoid alien fusion of each other. But I do feel like this gun is really awesome, and if you've ever played Metroid Prime Hunters, it's this really fun like first-person shooter thing, and it goes on to have a lot of multiplayer functions, which is great, and a lot of weapon upgrades. And just seeing that weapon makes me feel, Reggie and even Sakurai said these will not be Echo fighters, so there's no way that we're getting a Dark Samus point 2. This will probably then be an original character. So that to me is very interesting. I feel like Sylix is definitely a bigger possibility than I thought yesterday, so that's really big to me. I really want to know if you guys think that Sylix is actually going to make the cut here. It feels strange because Sylix isn't that well developed, and we would get Ridley, Dark Samus, and now Sylix. It's 3 purple Metroid aliens, bad guys, which is crazy. So he goes on to say, right, Dataminers found 2 rare IPs in the files, Jet Force Gemini and Blast Corps, proving Microsoft's involvement. Now, this is key, because this means the 2 rare IPs, of course they did, the Donkey Kong games as well back in the day. So there's Claptraps in there and King K. Rool and the Kremlings and all that kind of stuff. But these rare IPs, these are like things like franchises that they solely own. Jet Force Gemini and Blast Corps. This has to have been a deal between Microsoft and Nintendo. And I don't know if these have been found in the game or they're not in the game, but they are in the files. But that's crazy. And we all know, Phil Spencer, leader of Microsoft, confirmed that he was okay with having Banjo in Smash Brothers, and he also scored high on the ballot himself, something Nintendo definitely noticed. Goes on to say, crossplay exists between Switch and Xbox One, meaning that a collaboration already happened between these 2 supposed rivals. They've already been buddy-buddy, something with, Minecraft and all that kind of stuff. So goes on to say, an insider at Reset Era said that Steve is not in Smash. Vergeben later claimed that a Minecraft boss would be coming into the game, suggesting that it would be the boss of Banjo's classic mode. He goes on to say Banjo is in. Now, for me, having Banjo in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate would be my probably most wanted newcomer. Sonic was a big one. Snake was a huge one. I think characters like Ridley and King K. Rool in the new game are big ones. Little Mac, no pun intended, is a big one. I feel like characters are thinning out a little bit. What are we getting now? Are we getting characters like, Dragon Quest or that third party or this third party? But what else is really left but the big one? The big rival to Mario from the Nintendo 64 era, this big platformer. And, Sakurai has a thing for characters making a return, right? We see Mega Man have this whole new life after being reintroduced into Smash Brothers. It was the same with a lot of other stuff, including Fire Emblem, making a big splash overseas. So I feel like having Banjo in would be the best thing for Microsoft to ever do for that franchise, because they can immediately fix all the damage that they did with Nuts and Bolts, which, didn't sell all that great, but it didn't sell horribly, but still isn't really loved among fans. And I feel like stuff like this is going to warm fans' heart if they do true justice to the animations, to the characters, and the way the characters look now, which is updating their design. And we talked about Banjo before, so things like this are, supposedly coming to a head. Now, this last one, the third one that he mentions, is really, really interesting to me. So he says, Dataminers found a spirit of Lloyd from the Mother series. They also found that all third-party Mii costumes were cut, including the other character, Lloyd Irving. Hayachi was the only Namco character that has his DLC Mii costume cut in Ultimate, but the character is actually represented, it's a little pixel art, as a cameo from Pac-Man's Namco Roulette Ton. Yeah, so actually Heihachi appears there. I love Heihachi, would have been a great character. I prefer Jin from the Tekken series. There are a lot of other cool characters, and I think Yoshimitsu and stuff like that. Anyway, the rumor started when people were starting to hear that a fighter has the letter L, and later revealed to be Lord Irving later, and Yuri coming up, and they cause a debate if Lloyd or Yuri should become the next DLC fighter. And when Sakurai was choosing a Tails character to be DLC Mii costumes in Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, he chose Lloyd. So he goes on and finally says, Lloyd is in. So the three characters that we're talking about are Sylux, Banjo-Kazooie, and Lloyd. Now, Lloyd, of course, very famous for the Tales series, Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World. It's actually a really interesting character with a lot of cool moveset potential. You know, the Tales series has always been this grand universe and beautiful, and I think really rich for Smash Brothers to mine some very cool stuff in. And I think the character of Lloyd is one of those characters that kind of feels like Shulk in a way, you know? I feel like there is a passionate fan base for the character. It might not be the biggest in the world, but it could definitely grow through Smash Brothers. And the recent redesigns of the character have also been a little bit more mature. That could work well with the anime, you know, art style that Smash Brothers other, you know, more human characters are going for now. So I feel like this is a definite possibility. Of course, Lloyd has been in every single Smash fan game imaginable, so fans really want this character, and I'm really curious, you know, if you are among those fans. Do you know this character? Do you know where he's from? Do you want him in Smash? And what about Banjo? And what about Sylux? Are those three characters that you are excited about? So let me know in the comments down below, because today's comment question is, who of these three characters do you want in Smash Bros. Ultimate? So let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you guys think of this. If you comment down below, you know, it might be featured in our next video. So there's something really, really amazing, because as you guys know, we recently wrapped a giveaway, and I actually today wrapped that giveaway, and it's going on the post. It's going all the way to Australia from Amsterdam. It's amazing. So we are actually starting a brand new giveaway. This is really exciting for me, because this is starting a big trend. We're gonna do some merchandise. So here's a giveaway. You can win this What's Happening, my Block Buddies branded blocked content t-shirt. Tell every kid on the block you are blocked. Look no further. Let us know in a comment down below why you deserve this shirt. Maybe you'll be rocking it when we hit 25K subscribers. So head on to the subscribers and just, you know, invite your friends to become a part of block content. Maybe you'll win this thing. You know, I'll be happy to see you wear it. And here's something cool. You can actually decide what I make a video about next, because blocked content is on Patreon. If you want to support the channel and actually become a part of it, make stuff together with me, there's a lot of cool rewards. You can get the episodes a day early. You can get your own video ideas commissioned, personal Skype calls with me, and exclusive content that you won't get anywhere else. So a big thank you to our latest Patreon supporters, Gus Gunther, and the rest of you guys. You guys are making a huge difference for me being able to do this for a job. So it's incredible. Remember, if you're not yet a member of the blocked content family yet, do not fret. Click the subscribe button, that beautiful red button, and all the news and all the fun and the leak speak you care about will be delivered daily to you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner. My special shout out to my Premiere boys, where you at? And there's always more block content around the corner. See ya.